The sun was high over the quiet countryside when Aaron Hale turned off the dusty road and stopped in front of what was left of the old farmhouse. Its windows were cracked, paint peeled from the wood, and weeds had swallowed the porch. For most people, it was just a forgotten ruin, but for Aaron, it was a new beginning, a chance to rebuild not just a house, but a life shattered by loss. 3 years ago, he had lost his wife, Clara, to a car accident. Since then, it had been just him and his 7-year-old daughter, May, trying to find their footing in a world that suddenly felt too big and too quiet. If you believe in kindness, redemption, and second chances, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Corner. Your support helps us bring more heartwarming stories to life. Aaron had spent his last savings buying this abandoned farmhouse online, sight unseen. The plan was simple: fix it up over the summer and move in before fall. Every weekend, he'd drive 2 hours from the small apartment he rented in the city to work on it. He'd tear down the broken shutters, replace the flooring, and paint the walls, anything to give his daughter a home she could call her own. But when his truck broke down and he got called into extra shifts at the garage where he worked, the project was forced to pause. For nearly 6 weeks, the farmhouse stood alone again, silent under the summer sun. When Aaron finally returned one warm August morning, May asleep in the back seat, he expected dust, silence, and maybe a few spider webs. What he didn't expect was the faint curl of smoke rising from the old chimney. His heart raced. He parked quietly, told May to stay inside the truck, and walked toward the house. The front door, which he'd nailed shut weeks earlier, hung slightly open. Inside, the scent of warm bread and soap drifted through the air, things that didn't belong to an abandoned home. His boots creaked against the floorboards as he stepped inside, calling out, "Hello, is someone here?" From the kitchen came the startled sound of a plate falling and breaking. Then out stepped 2 women, one older with tired eyes and silver streaked hair tucked under a scarf, the other younger, maybe in her early 20s, with the same green eyes and hesitant expression. The older woman held up her hands quickly, apologizing. Her name was Nora, and the young woman was her daughter, Elise. They explained that they had nowhere else to go. Nora had lost her husband to illness, and after months of struggling, their house had been foreclosed. They found this farmhouse empty one night, desperate for shelter, and had been living quietly inside ever since, fixing small things and tending the neglected garden. Aaron stood frozen. Part of him wanted to be angry. They were trespassing, after all. But looking at them, standing there with their hands trembling and eyes full of fear, he saw something familiar, that same hollow look of people who had lost everything. He sighed and asked them to sit down. They talked for hours. Nora apologized again and again, promising they would leave as soon as possible. But when Aaron walked through the house and saw the small touches they'd added, the swept floors, the wildflowers in a glass jar, the patched curtains, something inside him softened. For the first time, the house didn't feel empty anymore. It felt alive. That evening, as May woke and came inside, she ran into Elise in the hallway. Within minutes, the 2 were sitting on the porch steps, laughing and sharing stories as if they had known each other for years. Watching them, Aaron made a decision that surprised even him. He told Nora and Elise they didn't have to leave. They could stay, at least for a while, if they helped him fix up the place. Nora's eyes filled with tears. She nodded, unable to speak, and Elise smiled in quiet relief. Days turned into weeks, and slowly, something beautiful began to grow between those old walls. Nora cooked hearty meals that reminded Aaron of home. Elise painted the porch railings, while May helped plant flowers by the fence. In the evenings, they'd all sit under the wide, open sky, sharing stories of the lives they'd left behind. Aaron found himself smiling more than he had in years. The loneliness that once sat heavy in his chest began to fade. The house, once a forgotten shell, became a home filled with laughter, warmth, and healing, but the peace didn't last long. One afternoon, a black SUV pulled up the dirt road. Two men stepped out, claiming they represented the previous owner's bank. They said the sale might have been invalid, that there were missing documents, and that Aaron could lose the property. Panic surged through him. He'd poured everything he had into this place. That night he sat on the porch, head in his hands, feeling the weight of defeat. Nora quietly sat beside him. She told him about how she and Elise had once lost their home the same way, and how they'd survived by refusing to give up. "Homes aren't built with walls," she said softly. "They're built with hearts that refuse to stop hoping." Inspired by her words, Aaron decided to fight. Over the next few days, with Nora's help, he gathered every document, every receipt, every bit of proof he could find. Elise helped him write letters and reach out to local officials. Weeks passed in uncertainty, but their bond only grew stronger. And one bright September morning, a letter arrived, confirming that the farmhouse legally belonged to Aaron after all. That night, the four of them celebrated with a simple dinner under the stars. Aaron looked around at Nora, Elise, and little May, and realized something he hadn't dared to admit even to himself. He wasn't just rebuilding a house. He was rebuilding a family, not the one he lost, but the one life had quietly brought to him when he least expected it. If this story has touched your heart, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to Kindness Corner. Your support helps us keep telling stories that remind the world of hope, compassion, and second chances. And before you go, tell us in the comments, what does home mean to you? As the crickets sang and the last light faded behind the hills, Aaron sat on the porch, May asleep in his lap, and the laughter of Nora and Elise drifting from the kitchen. The old farmhouse stood strong now, glowing softly under the moonlight. It wasn't abandoned anymore. It was alive, because love had moved back in.